Hey Yappers! Welcome back to Binge Yap Repeat. Today we have a 2-for-1 special. We start with the Ultimatum Season 4 finale and reunion, where we discuss the aftermath of the season and where the couples are today. Then, as a bit of a palate cleanser, we yap all about 5-Star Weekend, the new Peacock show starring Jennifer Garner. We yap about the female friendships, differences between the book and the show, and who we would want to bring on our own 5-Star Weekend. Buckle in, because our episode starts now. Hello, Yappers, and welcome to another episode. And welcome to another episode of Binge Yap Repeat, your favorite podcast. Or at least top 10.
Maybe.
I feel pretty confident that we're top 10. If someone's listening to us, who listens to more than 10 podcasts?
You're so right. You're so right.
So if you are listening to us, it's highly likely that we are in your top 10 podcasts. And you know what? We take those.
Yappers, if you listen to more than 10 podcasts, don't let us know.
Then we're in your top 20. For sure. We're in your top 25. We are there.
How does it feel to be in the top 25 podcasts of anyone that listens to us?
It feels great, honestly. I'm chuffed. As you may know already, I'm Ruchi.
And I'm Shalini.
And we are your hosts of your top 25 podcast, Binge Yap Repeat. Today's episode is about two things, actually. The first thing being the Ultimatum finale and reunion. So last week we covered the Ultimatum episodes 1 through 8. And since then, the finale and the reunion have aired. So we'll be covering that. In addition to a fan recommendation, shout out to questionably Lindiwe, questionably Lindiwe on Spotify, who recommended that we do 5-Star Weekend on Peacock. So we're going to be doing that as a palate cleanser. Great. Yeah. All right, let's get started on Ultimatum. So just as a reminder, Ultimatum is a dating reality show hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey, not to be confused with Love is Blind, the other self-proclaimed social experiment hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey. The finale and the reunion premiered July 22nd, 2026, so we can find out which couples got engaged in the finale and which couples were still together by the time the reunion aired almost a year later. Or more than a year later. So I figured we would start going in the reverse order when we did the previous episode. So I figured we can start with Ashley and Killian and go from there. So great. Shalini, please remind folks who Ashley and Killian are.
So Ashley and Killian are a couple that met while cheerleading. They've been together for about 5 years. They're in their mid to late 20s, I'm pretty sure. And we saw over the course of the season that their relationship dynamic was kind of like Killian. It seemed like Killian kind of called the shots. Ashley did not have a lot of self-esteem and self-confidence, so she kind of just went along with what Killian did. But during the Ultimatum, she learned to stand up for herself, and actually we saw her kind of standing up for herself towards the end of the show. And so what we saw was that they did get engaged in the finale. Surprised us all. However,
hey, not us though.
Oh,
that's
true.
What we predicted.
That is true. And also what we predicted was that they did not stay together through the reunion.
And we were right on both accounts.
Go us.
Go us.
So yeah, they broke up a few months after they got engaged, I think. 4 months after. Was that right?
Okay, there's a timeline inconsistency here because Ashley on the reunion said that they broke up 2 months-ish after they got engaged. But we also know that Killian broke both of his legs doing a backflip allegedly. Some people think that he did leg lengthening surgery. Anyway, he broke both of his legs, which is not a quick recovery time. And Ashley was there the whole time, just like taking care of him, cooking and cleaning for him. So maybe they weren't together, but she was doing a lot of unpaid manual labor if they were not together for that. And then
Damn.
basically, as soon as his legs were somewhat healed, she got a 1-bedroom condo all by herself. And then Killian was like, oh my God, why would she do that to me?
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's unclear. Maybe both are true, but
Interesting.
it's weird.
Yeah, I guess I could see her because she's like such a kind-hearted person. I could see her like feeling bad leaving him while he's immobile
Yeah.
and then waiting until he's mobile and then being like, okay, I'm done.
She is gunning hard for a perfect match, though, I would say.
Yeah, I would do some other show again, but not this one.
Yeah. I was like, subtle, Ashley.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that Vanessa called her out on it too.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Neither of them are subtle.
She's definitely hot enough to be on that show. So
for sure. Yeah. You know what? Go for it, Ashley.
Yeah.
What did you think about the finale when Killian proposed to Ashley?
I feel like you could tell that he still wasn't totally convinced and she was still insecure about it, I thought. Like even after the proposal when they're just talking, and she's like, let's get married today. We're in Vegas already. And he was like, no. And I was like, oh my God, do you guys even like each other?
Dude, I know. I was so confused. Even like their whole banter just made me really uncomfortable because Ashley was like, you look teary-eyed. And then he was like, no, I'm not. There's wind in my contacts. I was like, I think that's a joke, but that would destroy me.
Yeah, I think he hates her. Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Man. I'm also confused why they were still sitting next to each other. I guess they were like friendly enough to sit next to each other even though they were broken up.
Yeah, I was also wondering why. I wonder if they just didn't want to make it super obvious which couples stayed together and which ones broke up or something.
Yeah,
and so they
I
like
guess.
forced two of the broken up couples to sit next to each other.
Yeah.
Like it didn't seem like they were on very good terms.
I am so confused. I just like I don't know what hidden agenda is going on there, but you know what? I hope they get it and move on. I don't want to hear about them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. The last thing I'll say is I think Killian must have gotten some PR training because when he was called out on the texts that he and his friends were sending, I thought he responded in a way that told me that he was coached on how not to get defensive. You know, like it didn't seem super genuine. What he said was the only thing he could say, but also I didn't feel like it was that genuine.
I don't feel like anyone was genuine on the reunion. Like maybe like Monica and Luke, Casey, David, but like everyone else just felt like they were acting. Actually, no, even Monica and Luke and Casey and David had some things where I was like,
a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird.
I thought it was really, like, while we're talking about all four couples, I thought it was really interesting and a really good insight how Nick was like, I don't think it's a coincidence that the four couples or the four people that took the trial marriage seriously and didn't contact each other are sitting here engaged, and the ones that could not break off contact are the ones that broke up.
So true.
So true.
Okay, speaking of the not contacting each other, I thought it was a little weird how they were like, oh, Jebin, you know that all communication with your partner has to happen on camera. And for that reason, you're being kicked. And then all of these people who are just like texting each other the whole time are just like still okay, even though the conversation was not happening on camera.
And literally, like, texting about sexual assault. Like, crazy.
Yeah. I'm glad that they addressed the group chat thing, but I felt like they didn't make it as big of a deal as it should have been.
I know! Seriously. And maybe it's because, like, Killian wasn't defending himself or, like, fighting it at all, so it just wasn't a very interesting conversation to just, like, keep berating him for it. But yeah, they definitely downplayed how horrible that was.
Yeah, it felt like it was swept under the rug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly.
Oh boy.
What did you think of Killian saying that he would not do the show again if he was given the choice? Like, if he could do it all over again, he would not come on the show.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think about this. I was like, is there another outcome where Ashley and Killian actually take this show seriously and have a better outcome as a result? I hope so, because I feel like I'm optimistic, but I think that if they had the maturity to do that, then they wouldn't be in this position in the first place.
You mean in the position of going on the show?
Yeah.
But, like, Monica and Luke and Casey and David did.
Yeah, but I think then he would have just proposed to Ashley if he had that maturity.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I just can't see a situation. Like, I think we saw ways that Ashley grew through this, but Killian just does not seem like an open-minded man that wants to change. And so,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't think it would be successful. The one thing that I appreciated was that he said that he wasn't dating because he didn't want to subject whatever future girl to, like, the whole ultimatum drama.
Do you believe that?
Or do you think women just don't want to date him? True.
I think he might be dating someone, but he just, like,
wants to keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just like trash human. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about him forever.
Wait, actually, one last thing about Ashley and Killian. Well, I was gonna ask, like, what do you think their life trajectory is?
What are their jobs?
I don't think we ever touched on that.
Do they have jobs? Are they just professional cheerleaders?
Catch them next time on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
What do Ashley and Killian do for a living? Okay, what the cast of Ultimatum does for work.
This is so funny because in Korean dating reality shows, everyone is said to, like, keep their job and age a secret. And then American dating shows, it's like, it doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. Okay, Ashley is a content creator. Okay. And Killian is a real estate agent.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Originally from
That's
France?
That's kind of what I would have guessed.
He's making $100K a month and owns 12 townhouses with his friend? Jebin is a hedge fund manager? He's a manager? Casey is a CFO of Texas Drug Screens?
Yes, I did know that, actually.
Oh, she's CFO of an alcohol testing business that she co-owns with David.
That's why she said that their whole lives would be over if David chose not to propose, because they would have to, like, disentangle everything.
Interesting. Oh, wait, did we know that Jessica Grace was a former NBA dancer?
Oh, I did not know that.
Interesting. And current realtor.
A lot of real estate.
Idris is an actuary. What is an actuary?
Something with accounting.
Actuarial analysis at Health Choice. All right. Even his job is boring as fuck.
No points gained after that. Only lost. Okay, let's move on.
All right.
GG, Ashley, Killian. Let's move on.
And please never date each other again.
Yeah, seriously, please stop.
Okay, Haley and Blake.
the other part of the fearsome foursome.
Yeah. The story that each of them told about that night, when like he was buying a drink / taking shots with the other girls, his version of the story was so different from hers. And I'm really glad they told it in that order, because at least I think came away from the majority of the Ultimatum season being like, Blake is reasonable, but like brings out the worst in Haley.
Mm-hmm.
But then after hearing his side of that story and Haley's side of that story, I was like, Blake is so manipulative. And I actually think maybe Haley, like what we were seeing was Haley reacting to his years of manipulation, well, 1.5 years of manipulation. And like, yeah, I don't know. It just really, that hearing that story just changed my perspective on their whole relationship.
Yeah. I think both of them are just so ugly for each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should restate what that story was in case yappers didn't watch the reunion.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
I like barely remember it.
Okay. Okay, great. I got it. So they were on vacation. They were celebrating their, I think, 2-year anniversary or something, or 1-year anniversary of their engagement or something, some sort of anniversary.
3-year anniversary.
Oh, okay. I thought they were only together for 1.5 years when the show happened.
I think when the show happened, maybe they were 1.5 years, maybe they were close to 2. And then it's been like 1.5 years-ish since they got engaged.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were at a bar. Haley, it seems, does not drink very much, but she like worked herself up to have 1 beer to like enjoy the time with Blake. And she went to the bathroom, and when she came back, well, Blake was like, "Oh, these 2 girls asked me to buy a drink for them, and so I did." And then Haley came over with her beer and poured it on my head. She's crazy. And then her side of the story is like, I came back from the bathroom and he's taking shots with these random girls. And then he's wasted as fuck, gets into his car, comes careening down the parking garage. And then I yell at him to get out of the car, and then I drive us home.
Yeah.
And he did not rebut that story at all. So it makes me think that it's true.
Yeah. Also, even if Blake's story is the story that we're supposed to believe, why are you buying drinks for girls?
Yeah, like
when you're with the girl.
Yeah, it's
that
so
don't
weird.
make sense either.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
They told me to buy them a drink, so of course I did. Excuse me.
Like, you are head of marketing and operations for luxury motorhome set. Oh yeah, he's in the family business. Okay.
Really knows how to market
and
himself.
Operate.
Am I right? Just kidding. No, he doesn't.
No, he does not.
He did not come across well.
No. Oh, man.
Okay, let's go over the timeline for Haley and Blake as well. So, okay. First of all, the finale happened because of what Casey said. We know that the finale happened around Mother's Day 2025, and then this reunion was filmed July 2026.
It was Mother's Day? I thought it was just the day her mom died.
No, I think she said Mother's Day.
Oh.
So it was May. Yeah, it was mid-May. So then, what Haley said is they got engaged, but then they broke off the engagement 4 months afterwards, which puts us around September. And then they were on a trip celebrating their 3-year anniversary. This is when the incident with the girls happens. But then they are still living together at this time. And then I don't know if you saw this on social media, but Blake got arrested in October because of assault. I think that Haley filed against him, but then it was immediately expunged because Haley was like recording the whole thing, and then the lawyers got involved, and then it was like just like thrown out. So then Blake Blake was released. And then they didn't talk from then, which is October, until June, which is about a month before the reunion. And then at the reunion, they were like, yeah, we're not together, blah, blah, blah. But since the reunion, they are still talking to each other.
What?
Yeah.
Even though they hadn't talked in 8 months when the reunion happened?
Yes.
Dude. You guys need to, like, move to a different city.
People just need to stop talking to each other.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then also Haley, during the reunion, she said that Blake had a certain issue, in quotes, in therapy. And I think she's probably referring to alcoholism, if I were to guess.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. With what she was saying about him drunk driving.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think this is another couple that's just like, what the fuck? Just
hot mess.
Stop.
Hot mess.
Hot mess. Oh yeah, and then also in the finale, I wrote down that Blake said that he was 60-40 in the proposal.
Oh yeah. That was crazy. Oh my God.
Like,
that just shows how immature he is. If he's proposing to someone when he's 60-40.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, anything more on Haley and Blake? I think we'll find out that they're together in like 2 months.
Oh my God.
And then they'll break up in another 6 months.
I just think like them and Ashley and Killian, it's just like rash proposals because they're like caught up in the magic of like the show and like wanting to be engaged, or just like I think just the hype of the show made them want to be engaged.
Haley and Blake, hope you break up. And like really, for sure, just spend time away from each other and find a non-toxic relationship to be in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Moving on. Let's talk about the cutesome foursome. Monica and Luke and Casey David. So starting with Monica and Luke, any surprises for the finale?
No, I'm just so happy that they did get engaged and the proposal was really sweet. When she cut him off, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, same.
No. Oh no. But it was so sweet and I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, me too. I was really worried because they were the last couple to go in the finale. And I was like, oh my God, all of the other couples have gotten engaged. I've got a bad feeling about this one. And then she said, hold up. And I was like, here it comes. But then it was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God.
And I loved their video montage of how they've spent the last year being engaged. It was so cute.
So cute. And then they said that they would get married in Santa Barbara or something. Near Santa Barbara. I think so. And I was like, Carpinteria?
I wanted to talk about how Luke called out David for flirting with Monica too much.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too. That was the point where he was like, I felt disrespected by David, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
it was like unexpected beef, but then it got resolved unexpectedly quickly also.
Yeah. That's also why I was like, that's when I was like, this is TV. This is like, maybe they were just paid to say this or something.
Maybe.
They're like, hey, if you start beef with David on screen, then we'll like give you $10,000 for your Carpinteria wedding. Yeah, it was super weird. I was like, why are you bringing this up? Oh, and then David's like, oh, sorry.
And he's like,
it was fine.
Thanks. I appreciate you saying that, man.
Yeah, I was like, okay, great.
Glad we hashed it out.
Yeah, small detour. Really just a changing of lanes, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if there's more to be said about Monica and Luke. Just happy for them.
Yeah, happy for them. Hope they get married soon. It's interesting that they gave up on their idea of a destination wedding.
Oh, but then Casey and David are getting married in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I guess the destination wedding idea was David's originally, and that's what Monica was like, oh, maybe we should do that. And then now they're like, Santa Barbara.
Yeah. Carpinteria.
Carpinteria. Okay, great. Happy for you, Monica and Luke. Glad you were able to get over the disrespect by David so quickly.
Yes.
Okay, Casey and David, finale thoughts.
I thought his proposal was really sweet. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that they got engaged. I thought, what did I think? I thought that they wouldn't get engaged.
I think you said they wouldn't.
Okay.
And then I said they would.
Okay.
But then we ultimately went with they wouldn't.
They would. Oh, they wouldn't. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, on our socials, that's what we aligned on.
Okay.
And may we just say, we deeply apologize, Casey and David. If we are your top 25 podcast, I would like to formally apologize for the mistrust we had in your relationship.
Truly, we're so happy for you. And I felt that everything we saw in the proposal and the reunion was so sweet. And it was just very sweet. I'm happy for them.
I really like this line by David, who said, I used to wait and think, oh, until I feel a certain way, then this is what I'm going to do. And then realizing that you're never actually ready for these leaps of faith. And that's why they call them leaps of faith, because you just have to trust that you're going to land in the right place. And so I'm glad that he was able to understand that moment of feeling 100% certain may never come, and that you just have to take the risk, and that 98% is good enough.
Oh, yeah. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I'm really happy for them. Do you think that Nick and Vanessa Lachey will actually go to their Amalfi Coast wedding in Italy?
I don't know. It's unclear to me, like, how much of a celebrity they really are, you know?
Nick and Vanessa Lachey?
Yeah.
They're not AI generated for these shows?
Yeah, maybe they're incapable of going to the Amalfi Coast because they're AIs.
I guess we'll find out.
Guess we will.
I'm glad we were able to hear Nick Lachey's singing chops. Like, I know he was a pop singer and everything, and that's how he got famous, but I was still just like, sometimes you just forget, you know? You're just like, oh yeah, that is how he got famous. He's a singer.
Oh, I remember his one song was on my iPod in like 7th grade. What's Left of Me? Do you remember that song?
Mm-mm.
How did it go? It's like, and I'm broken and I'm waiting underneath my skin, like a hunger, like a burning place I've never been, and I'm waiting, half the man I thought I would be. But you can have what's left of me.
She's still going.
Yeah, okay, that's the whole chorus. I was like, there's not really, I was waiting for the part that would be recognizable, and it never really came, so.
I think Nick Lachey, to me, is a reality TV host.
Okay, yeah.
And to you, he is a singer, but
he is a singer that I always knew as Jessica Simpson's ex-boyfriend / maybe ex-husband.
Oh,
yeah,
I forgot about that.
I think that is how he got famous.
With Jessica Simpson?
Yeah.
Oh, but he was part of 98 Degrees.
Oh, all right. That's how I knew him.
Oh my God. Well, okay.
All right.
Back to Casey and David. Great job, guys. Really leaned into the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Really figured it out and came out with the right outcome. Great.
All right.
Moving on.
Jebin and Alex.
Alex and Jebin. Okay, I have some tea on Alex and Jebin.
Oh,
So
tell me.
Apparently, you know, the line that we faulted Alex for a lot in the show where she was like, Jebin, I'm falling for someone.
Yeah.
Apparently, that was crafted between Alex and Jebin. Like, Jebin came up to her and was like, you should just like say something crazy right now so that like we can they can like put this on the show or something. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm falling for someone. And then they edited it like that.
What?
And then he like actually crashed out about it.
What? Not
Yeah.
him receiving the consequences of his own actions.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What the fuck? When did they craft it? Like before the show?
No, I think just like in that moment, they were like, Jebin was just like, you should just say something out of pocket right now.
That's crazy.
This whole couple out of pocket.
So out of pocket. I wonder if that's why they got kicked out of the show, because it was clear that they were like trying to fake it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but then you would just like show the whole clip. You wouldn't just edit it like that.
But maybe they didn't want to show that people were trying to fake it. So they're like, guys, you can't be here because this is not going to be good. But like, we're not going to air why. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like what's the worst that would happen if they had actually shown Jebin being like, hey, you should say something like super crazy right now.
I just feel like on reality shows, they never show the like breaking the fourth wall type of stuff because they want people to be hooked on the stories. And so, you know, you never see people being like, I like I don't want the cameras to see this and stuff. Like, I'm sure they say stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I remember in American Idol once, Tyra was talking to this girl and we like hadn't
America's
really
Next
seen that.
Top Model?
Yeah, wait, what did I say? Did I say American Idol?
Idol. Yeah. I was like, Tyra.
Sorry, America's Next Top Model. Tyra was having a one-on-one with this girl who like we hadn't really seen in the episode very much. And then the girl was like, oh, I've just been like hiding. And Tyra was like, oh, hiding from. And then they just kind of like cut it off. And then the girl's like, yeah. And I feel like Tyra was like, oh, are you hiding from the cameras? And the girl said, yeah. But then they didn't want to like show that. I don't know. It was very strange. But then I'm like, okay, they're clearly like, they don't want to remind people that there are cameras everywhere and that this is a reality show being filmed. Like, they just want people in the show.
I see. Okay, so they didn't want to show it because it would be breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, like it might take people out a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I also found out because of the show that there's like a whole different company that does the editing and everything. Like, it's not explicitly Netflix. And then they just like sell the show to Netflix.
Interesting.
Yeah. So maybe this is like the company that succeeds or like does the best for reality TV shows, or like knows how to edit reality TV shows, and then is just like gives the final cut to Netflix being like, take this.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, interesting. Another note on Alex and Jebin. Jebin has moved to Puerto Rico. Unclear if his mom went with him.
So random. That was so funny when he started, like, he just started popping off about what happened and stuff. And then Luke turns to Monica and is like, what is he talking about? And Monica's like, I don't know.
So weird. And also Jebin and Killian are friends now.
Yeah, I called it. I was like, they should start a club.
They did start a club. They started a podcast.
Oh, no.
I know.
No. Oh, no. It's going to be in the manosphere.
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
or
God.
Definitely, I would say.
Gross.
Yappers, please don't let them enter your top 25. That's a sacred place.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one last thing about Alex and Jebin. Apparently there was a second note
Oh,
that
right.
was worse than the first note, which was already a 0 out of 10.
How could it be worse? I hope at some point, like, one of them posts the note or Netflix, like, reveals what the note was or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. God. Okay. Another couple that I just hope stays far away from each other. Just continents apart.
At least they're separated by the Caribbean Sea now.
It's not far enough.
That's true.
They need to be in different time zones entirely. Like more than 3 GMT apart. Okay. All right, our last couple, JG and Idris. So in the reunion, they are clearly not together. However, literally right after the reunion aired, they did a podcast episode together on the Vile Files, and they are now together.
What?
Yeah.
No. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So unfortunately, while our score goes up, we have gone from a 6 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10 because JG and Idris are technically together.
Oh, fuck. No, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, I really hate them together.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I was absolutely disgusted by what he was saying.
Dude, I know. It was like so there was no empathy or like care for JG as a person.
No, yeah, he clearly does not care about her feelings at all. Probably because he doesn't understand what it's like to have feelings, because he's a robot.
Yeah.
And like,
you know what? I disagreed with you in the previous episode, but now you saw him for what he truly was.
I read that man for filth the second I saw him. I knew there was something wrong with him.
You truly did.
Oh my God. Yeah. It just like, what does Jessica Grace see in him? I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, I don't. He's like average handsome looking, I guess, but no personality. Not only does he not have a personality, he's also not kind and not nice and not caring. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Also, one thing about the humiliation ritual thing that
what was
JG
that?
said. So apparently, when they went together, when they did the podcast episode for the Vile Files, JG was like, oh, actually, that was me just being rash with my words because I truly believe that Idris did not care for me and like hated me with every fiber of his being because that's what I needed to believe in order to sleep at night. And so when I went into the reunion, I purposely was vague with my words and like purposely chose words that would intrigue the audience or like make them curious about something that I was saying, but like we didn't actually do any like specific humiliation rituals or anything. He just like humiliated me.
Huh?
Dude, I can't.
What is going on? Every couple in this show, besides Monica, Luke, Casey, David, is like, where did they find these people?
Out of pocket. Oh, and the second thing that was out of pocket is that Idris said that he proposed because Alex got kicked out.
That was crazy too. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Ew. What show are we? I think it was for Every Year After we were talking about how we hate the fictional trope of a man proposing to prove that he's not into someone else.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, that's like literally happening in real life.
Maybe they saw Every Year After and were really influenced by it. Maybe they listened to our podcast episode on Every Year After and was like, this is a good idea.
Can safely say we are in their top 25.
God, you know what? If we were, that would make me respect them more because that means that they are willing to listen to the haters.
Oh.
Okay. Well, now that the unpleasantness of going couple by couple is over, I have some follow-up questions for you. Um, which couple surprised you the most with their current relationship status?
Current or as of reunion?
Current.
JG and Idris for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Just like, what the fuck? Like, pick a lane, but also just don't be together. That's the lane that you should pick.
Yeah.
Okay. And then finally, do you think the ultimatum actually works?
I mean, yeah, I think it works because I think it just like forces something in one way or another. And I think all of these couples, if they hadn't gone through that, would still be in this limbo of will they, won't they get married? And
Mhm.
for better or for worse, it has forced couples in one direction or another. So I think it works. What do you think?
I think it has mixed results. I mean, we've seen if people are really committed to it, they do get an answer that they need. If they don't, then they kind of just continue on the same path that they've been on
Mm,
for the last N years.
mm.
So, yeah, I would say results are inconclusive.
Okay. Gotta watch 5 more seasons.
If anyone has done the analysis on how many couples from the ultimatum are still together or have separated as a result, please let us know. I want to see the numbers.
Me too. Yeah, because I think we decided that Love is Blind has like what success rate? It was something like 10% or something.
Yeah, I think 10 or 12%, something like that.
Yeah, of the couples we actually see on screen.
Proving that
So,
love is not blind.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
my conclusion on Love is Blind is that love is blind, but marriage is not necessarily blind.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Like I think you can fall in love with someone for sure. I think we've shown like we have demonstrated that people can fall in love blind, but getting to the altar takes a lot more than that. Yeah.
I think there were people who, once they saw the other person, were pretty turned off.
Yeah. Yeah. But there are also people who were not turned off. So I think that shows that love can be blind.
Okay, I like that phrasing more. Love can be
Can be
blind.
blind. But not if you're shake.
Yes, love can be blind. And then what would the alternate title for this be? The ultimatum, marry or move on, should instead be
The ultimatum. Pick a lane and please stick to it.
it's kind of the same thing, isn't
I
it? Pick a
guess so.
lane.
I guess the lanes are marry or move on. Hmm.
The ultimatum, if you choose to move on, move on.
Stay moved on.
Stay moved on. An object in motion stays in motion.
The ultimatum. Newton's first law.
There you go. There you go. All right, so that's the ultimatum finale and reunion, yappers. Hope you enjoyed our takes and our exasperation at the couples. And stick around for a palate cleanser on 5-Star Weekend. Okay. So the 5-Star Weekend. The 5-Star Weekend is an American drama television miniseries based on the 2023 novel by our favorite Ellen Hilderbrand. The series stars Jennifer Garner as Hollis Shaw, a food influencer who loses her husband and plans a Nantucket getaway with one friend from each era of her life: childhood, college, motherhood, plus a wildcard online follower. This show was released July 9th, 2026 on Peacock. And again, was recommended to us by questionably Lindy Way. I'm so sorry for that pronunciation of your username. Okay, Shalini, what are the 5 phases of life that you would choose? and where are you going? And I'm not going to ask you who, because I feel like I have to be there and I'm just assuming that I am there. So you don't saving myself from heartbreak in case I'm not. But
All
yes.
right. All right. You're
Yeah.
there. You are there.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah.
So I think my 5 phases, let's see if it actually adds up to 5. Childhood, like pre-college, college. That's you.
Nice.
My time in Seattle, that would be Jing Chen. Business school, that would be Sarah. But that's only 4. So maybe, I guess, like...
But you're the 5th star.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Then
I guess,
childhood,
right?
I think, would be my friend Jessica.
Okay.
Yeah. How
What
about
would
you?
my 5 phases be? I think it would be probably like childhood, high school, college, New York. Okay, I'll actually combine childhood and high school. So it'd be pre-college, college, Florida. No, Bay Area. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bay Area, New York. You know what? I'll get rid of pre-college. I'm going to say college. College, Bay Area, Florida, New York as my 4 phases of life, and me being the 5th.
Okay, nice.
Do you want to just like summarize the show?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
So this show centers around Hollis, who is a cooking influencer. And her husband has just died 6 months ago, and as a way to kind of get back out into the world, she decides to host this weekend where she brings one woman from each phase of her life to come and spend time with her in her family home in Nantucket, where she grew up. And over the course of the weekend, she finds out that the woman from the last phase of her life, aka after her husband's death, who was a fan of hers and they met over Instagram, crazy by the way, was actually having an affair with her husband. And that's like the main driving plot. And then each of the women kind of has something going on in their personal life as well. And her daughter, who also has something going on in her personal life.
Of all of the secret subplots going on, which did you find the most compelling?
Probably Brooke's, like, gay awakening. I thought that was really fun and so cute. She was my favorite of all of the women, because she just had such a pure heart, and she's just one of those people pleasers that had been taken advantage of her whole life. And so it was just so beautiful to see her kind of coming into her own and learning about herself as a person.
Did you notice how Brooke's outfits and color scheme changed over the weekend? So in the beginning, she has like these really out there floral pink prints, but then by the end of the series, she's just wearing like very calm blue outfits, which I thought was really interesting.
Love
Did you
that.
notice how any of the other characters changed?
Like physically?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
Wow. Yeah, so I noticed way more subtle things though. So, yeah, I think like the very obvious one is that Brooke's outfit just changed to blue. The other thing that I noticed is, oh my gosh, what is her name? Tatum. So Tatum, when she first arrived, I felt like she was trying really, really hard to be put together. So like she had a blowout and everything, like her hair was super straight. But then by the end of the weekend, it started to become a lot more curly again. She felt like more herself. Drew Ann, at the start, she was wearing heels all the time, right?
That's
And like
right.
power suits and like
And like had her
really
hair up.
professional, yes, like really professional clothing and everything. And then by the end, she was wearing loungewear and sneakers and her hair was down. So it really showed how she was relaxing and kind of disconnecting from her work, which is not something that she had done in a very long time. Who else changed? I think Hollis herself changed a lot. So at the very beginning, she was wearing very like I would say
trad
like
wife.
yes, exactly. Kind of like, yeah, trad wife, like very like put together outfits and dresses and everything that were very coordinated. And then by the end, she had also kind of just relaxed into, you know, tops and bottoms, more relaxed fits, more like textured, kind of more homey. And she
Mhm.
also didn't put as much makeup on by the end.
Oh, you're so right. I did notice that. And I feel like her hair also became more natural as the
Yeah,
weekend went on.
exactly. And then I think very
Mm.
similar, Gigi entered the show. Like you kind of saw her in a lot of neutrals, because she didn't like she was the one who you didn't really know that much about. So she was very much in like neutrals, but like it seemed very fancy, like very fancy neutrals. And then by the end, her veneer of perfection had worn off and you just see her like vomiting like after the bar and you're like, okay, she is a real person. She's
Yeah.
not just this crafted persona.
Yes. Yes. Played by the beautiful Gemma Chan.
So beautiful. Yeah, so I really liked how by the end of the weekend you can see just physical changes in their appearance.
I love it. Oh. I had a situational question for you. If you were Brooke and you found out about not Gemma, Gigi's affair with Matthew, would you tell Hollis?
If I were me and I found out about it.
Yes, if you were in Brooke's position, yes.
Okay. I don't know. I think I would do something similar where I would like tell the rest of the girls first and then I'd be like, how do you want to approach this? But also we need to tell her like today
Yeah,
because we can't be holding this in and then she'll be like, when did you find out? And then we'll be like, oh, last week. Like we can't have
yeah,
that happen.
totally, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have done the same thing. I definitely would have talked to the other women first. And yeah, yeah, I would definitely tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a fun fact, I lost it when Matthew was revealed to be a doctor, and then they cut to this random picture on his desk where he's in scrubs and a white coat like this, and he's back to back with two other people in scrubs. Like, do doctors take pictures like this and then put it on
Definitely
their
not.
desk?
Definitely not.
I was like, what is the stock photo?
Oh
It's
my
so weird.
God.
Yeah.
Also, what had
Anyway,
him going to the airport so much as a doctor? Like, what was his cover for seeing Gigi so much?
yeah, that's a good question.
As a doctor? Like conferences,
Maybe conferences, yeah. I could see that.
maybe?
Yappers, if any of you are surgeons, let us know if you fly often to conferences in Paris and or Berlin.
And or San Diego.
Yeah. Okay. So,
um,
one character who we didn't really talk about was Electra.
oh,
Uh, I personally did not feel like Electra was necessary at all.
I didn't either. She didn't really do anything. The only thing she did was cause a rift between Brooke and Hollis. Which I feel like could have happened a different way. Like she could have seen a picture of them from a year ago or so, but I guess that would have been the same thing as her seeing Gigi and Matthew from a year ago. But yeah, she didn't really like her reveal, her coming to the box and being like, I know how I know you. I saw you and Matthew leaving a restaurant in San Diego, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Caroline didn't even realize what that meant. So why was she necessary?
I think she did.
But it like took her a little while.
Yeah, it just took her a
Mm.
bit. She was like, that's weird.
Mm.
And then the excuse that was given was like, well, that doesn't really answer the question.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about you. I am not getting dinner with the doctors of my family members.
Yeah, me either.
Don't even know their names.
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, okay, so I'm glad you agree. Electra felt really unnecessary. So I'm
Yeah.
curious to see if she was in the book and like what role she played in the
Mm.
book. I think this is a good time for the
Okay.
article.
Okay, so fun fact. I have read probably upwards of 10 Ellen Hilderbrand books in my life. I did start Five Star Weekend. I started the audiobook on a road trip and I did not finish it, but not because I didn't like it, just because I didn't like feel like listening to the audiobook during the road trip. But from what I remember, this is what I remember. So I think I got to like the Friday night portion of the story. The only big difference I remember, which I is not mentioned in the article I found about the differences, is that Caroline and Hollis's relationship is way more broken in the book than what they showed in the show. In the show, they kind of show that like they're pretending to get along and like everything's fine, but there's something brewing that Caroline isn't like being super upfront with. But in the book, it was like open hostility from Caroline to Hollis, and she was like, that conversation about how Caroline was like, you're gonna move on and but I'll never get my dad back. She was like screaming that kind of stuff to Hollis from the beginning and was like,
Oh,
and when Hollis would try to show that she's sad, Caroline was like, stop making this about you. I just lost my dad. Like it was so horrifying and so sad. So
whoa.
that was the biggest difference I remembered from the book. But I also found an article that lists the other differences that I did not get to because I did not finish this book. um, okay, so the first one is that in the book, Caroline is not a failing pre-med. She is a film student at NYU having an affair with her mentor, and she
Whoa.
uses the Nantucket weekend as an escape from all of the drama in her personal life.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually
Very
kind of liked
different.
how this show made it that she was pre-med because it kind of showed that she was trying to follow in her father's footsteps. And that's why she feels way more connected to her dad and why she was so much more harsh on her mom.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh.
What are the other
Okay,
differences?
next difference. In the book, um Tatum's biopsy comes back negative and she celebrates joyfully with Hollis, but in the show, the biopsy is negative, but then she's not totally out of the woods because there were some suspicious cells around the lump. Yeah. So I
Mm.
guess subtle difference. I guess maybe setting up for a season 2
Oh,
to show that
maybe.
it's not totally gone.
Yeah. I did kind of like how, even though the biopsy itself was negative, there was something to still check out because I think, I mean, doctors, BYR doctors, let me know if I am wrong in this manner. But I was thinking that it kind of made sense for Tatum to feel like 2 days are not going to change the outcome of this
Mm.
biopsy, no matter if it's negative or positive. So at least having 2 more days or like having a couple more days of ignorance is bliss a little bit to focus on other things is better for her.
It like made it more meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if the doctor knew that there was still something to check out and then like called her, but then also was like, well, I don't want to ruin her weekend.
Mm. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or like, would you want to know immediately?
I think if I knew that the answer was there, I would definitely want to know. I'm not the kind of person that's like, I'm going to bury my head in the sand and just pretend like the issue doesn't exist. I'm like, if there is an answer, I need to know what it is. So
Mm.
I don't
Even
think
if
I
it's
would be
like,
able to. Yeah, even if
if,
it's especially if it's for something like this, I would not be able to ignore it, I think.
or
Yeah.
I meant like, even if it were 50% chance that it was good, that it was fine and there's nothing
Yeah.
to worry about. Okay,
Yeah,
you
for
would want to
sure.
know no matter what.
I would want to know
Yeah.
no matter what. I'm like, either this weekend is a celebration of my good health or it's a weekend of celebrating, like, just the life I've had in the next chapter and just, yeah. But I would want to know for sure.
I think I would want to know too. I'd want to be like, I need to know. Tell me immediately.
Sure.
I know you know. I would go to that doctor. I would interrupt his dinner and be like,
yeah.
Hey, I missed your call on Friday, but I am having severe anxiety about my test results. Was just wondering if you could share them now. I'm actually surprised that she didn't interrupt him.
I know. I would 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, next difference. In the book, Electra is the first one to sow doubt about Matthew. On the ferry to the island, she tells Brooke that she had run into him in Atlanta the previous year and he'd seemed off. Later, after stealing the weekend itinerary off of Brooke's phone, she crashes the group dinner and can't get over how familiar Gigi seemed to her. Wait. Isn't that what happened in the show?
Yeah, also, when did she see Gigi? I thought it was just her and Brooke on the ferry.
Yeah. No. Oh, she crashes the group's dinner and then sees Gigi and can't get over how familiar Gigi seems to her. And then she again shows up on the group beach day where she confronts Gigi and reveals that she had seen her with Matthew in Atlanta, outing the affair to everyone. Okay, so she's like the evil outer in the book.
I see. How do you think that changes the dynamic from the show to this?
I kind of liked how the reveal happened in the show because it was a more interesting dynamic to me that Hollis was blaming her friends and idolizing Gigi and like being ugly to her friends and she's like, Gigi's the only one that hasn't made this weekend about herself, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, Gigi was having an affair with Matthew. And then she's like, what? So I thought that was a really interesting way to do it. Although I'm surprised they didn't do it in the way it happens in the book, because that would definitely be like more dramatic if Electra just shows up and like causes chaos and leaves.
I guess so. But then I think it's like, well, why should we believe her? Because we all like hate her. So like, what if she's just lying? And then I think the second thing is the choice, I think, brought a lot more tension in the show to the girls and the group, but it did make Electra's role a little bit unnecessary.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. But it makes more sense why her character existed in the first place, knowing what she did in the book.
I wonder if they would have just gotten rid of her entirely. Like, I don't think it would have actually made that much of a difference.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, next difference, Drew Ann's job. So in the book, Drew Ann fires Posey as a client and her professional reputation is restored, and she gets a request to represent Phineas. No explanation on who Phineas is, but okay.
Phineas and Ferb?
The famous Phineas of Phineas and Ferb fame?
I get it, Drew Ann. Or Billie Eilish's brother, Phineas?
Oh, that Phineas.
He's into sports now?
Or she's into music now?
Oh,
yeah. Okay, next one. In the book, there's an epilogue that takes place 1 year later. Hollis moves back to Nantucket full time and is dating Jack Finnegan long distance. They take a Viking River cruise in Italy along with Tatum, Kyle, Drew Ann, and her fiance Nick, and Brooke and her new girlfriend. On the flight home, they discover that Gigi is the pilot on their airplane when she makes the pre-flight announcement, and Hollis finds a moment of peace and feels no ill will toward Gigi.
I don't know about that.
Maybe they're setting up for that happening in season 2.
This is like classic rom-com premise where there's only one doctor in the world.
Yes.
There's only one hockey player in the world. There's one pilot in the world.
Yes, like too many coincidences.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And that's the last one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So otherwise pretty true to the book, I guess.
Oh, okay. Nice. I do like the fact that there is an epilogue where they actually do come back for another trip, because I think they were kind of alluding to that in the show where Hollis and Duran were trying to do a trip every year, and then it just never happened after the first year. And
Yeah.
so when they were like, "Oh, let's do this again next year," I was like, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
are they?" But I do hope they do, and maybe it does mean that there is a 5-star weekend season 2.
Mm.
All the
Yeah.
pieces are there.
The pieces are there. We have Tatum's diagnosis and health stuff. We have Brooke's gay awakening and future relationship stuff. We have Gigi being their pilot, perhaps.
Wherever they want to go, Gigi's got them. And they've got Druan's next chapter after quitting her job.
That's right. That's right.
And meeting Nick, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoever Nick is.
Whoever Nick is. Whoever Phineas is.
Nick from 4 Seasons?
Wait, which one's Nick? The dead one?
Yeah. Lastly, actually, a question about Druan and Posey. I was a little bit confused about that plotline, because Posey was basically saying that she was tired and she needed a break, so she was going to skip out on her game. But reality was that she wanted to go watch her boyfriend play. And then Druan was like, no, Posey is going to play. And then there was like a whole like hullabaloo around that. But then when Druan and Posey actually do talk to each other at the very end, Posey was like, oh, I was tired and I did need a break. And then Druan was like, oh, well, then why didn't you tell me? And then she was like, I did try to tell you. So, so she did need a break, right?
Yeah, good question. I was a little confused too, I think. I think the redemption they showed for Drew Ann's public image didn't really have anything to do with what she was canceled for in the first place, which was like having a history of not respecting athletes' mental health, right? Like
Right.
after the Posey thing happened, then people were digging up all these old videos of her like discounting athletes' mental health. So why does the fact that this one athlete was like sneaking out to watch her boyfriend play, how did that uncancel her?
It was like straw on the camel's back, which is the reason Druan got canceled. But then that one straw turned out not to be the straw, and then it unbroke the camel's back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also the fact that Posey did say that she needed a break. So
yeah,
it was like,
right. Yeah. Also, I hate when people are injured and like don't slow down enough to actually recover. And they're like, no, just gotta push through the pain. That is such a big pet peeve of mine, when people don't take their like recovery seriously.
Yeah. As someone who wore a boot for a month, which is probably the biggest injury of my career.
Damn. When did that happen? Oh, from climbing.
From climbing, yeah.
That's right.
I also, like, personally am not a huge fan of people being like, oh, let me just push through the pain, whatever. But if you are in a boot, it is so, like, taxing, or, like, sitting still actually does make you mentally feel worse. Because you're just like, I can't do anything. Like, I need someone to help me do everything.
Yeah.
Which really sucks. Like, especially when I was in Florida, like, I couldn't drive myself anywhere because it was on my right foot. So I needed someone to drive me everywhere. Getting to the kitchen from my room to like fix myself a snack or even get lunch was an ordeal that I had to plan for. It was horrible. So I completely understand just being like, if I can do this tiny little thing, it will help me help myself. And then I don't have to inconvenience anyone else.
Interesting.
I get that. And I
Okay.
get that a person like Drew Ann, it would be just totally like, this is nothing. I've like played through worse before. So I just want to like get over this knee.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Okay. I guess I get that. To me, it just felt like ego, like, oh, like, I don't care about the millions of studies that say that I should actually rest this. I can push through this and I should be fine. You know?
Yeah.
But I got what you said. Yeah.
Yeah. I think for her perspective, it was like, I am such an independent woman. Am I really going to let this physical injury get me down and slow me down? And that means I have to depend on other people. How horrible. Yeah. Like, I think that's probably what was in her mind.
So true. So true. Did this show make you want to visit Nantucket at all?
Yeah, actually it did.
Yeah, me too. It was so cute. It made me want to do specifically a girls' trip with like a spa and a cute dinner and, you know, all of the things they did.
I guess we did talk about what are the 5 phases of life that you would choose, but where would you go?
Oh, yeah, good question. It's a weekend, not longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
And most of us are on the West Coast. I don't know.
Don't overthink
I'm trying
it.
to think. Oh, man. I'm all ready. It's too late.
That's 30 seconds in. Shalini, it's been 5 hours.
I think, okay, I really loved our spring break trip to Charleston. Maybe something like that, even though it's on the East Coast, it's kind of far, but
that's okay. It can be on the East Coast.
Okay.
We're not going to do it.
Ruchi, I don't want to fly that far. Or like Cape Cod, Nantucket vibes also. I think that would be really fun also.
I was thinking like Tahoe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or Napa.
Another good one. Oh yeah, Napa would be good. I bet the spas up there are so good.
Portland.
We've done a Portland weekend girls trip.
San Diego.
Love a San Diego weekend trip.
Love a San Diego. There you go. Many options.
All right. So many options.
Louisville.
Oh, that's right. We still Ruchi's Bachelorette 2027.
Escape room. That's on the itinerary for sure.
For sure.
Okay. Should we do rating or any last minute thoughts? One last minute thought.
One thought that I had was that it was interesting that what Caroline did to Aubrey was similar to what Gemma did to Hollis.
Yes.
Yeah. And that, like, Aubrey and Caroline found a way to work through it. So maybe that's foreshadowing that Gemma and Hollis... Not Gemma, Gigi. Oh my god. Did I call her Gemma this whole time? Oh well. You know who I'm talking about.
Catching yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Hollis... Maybe that means that Hollis and Gigi will also find a way.
Yeah.
And Gigi is her pilot.
Yeah, exactly. Gigi doesn't have to be her pilot to go on these trips with her. One last thing for me. Today I learned that the ice cream song is called Turkey in the Straw.
Oh my god, yeah, same. I had no idea.
I was like, oh, so that's what it is. Great. Oh, and then I also really laughed at that they named the tour guide Foster Dog Eyes. Or like they said that the tour guide had foster dog eyes.
That was really funny.
I laughed really hard at that.
Also, I want to know if Nantuk is a thing.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I feel like it must be. The pun is so good.
Yes, it is a thing. I love it. Love it.
Nice. Last thing. Rate?
Okay. I would give this quality, I would say 4 out of 5. And enjoyment, I'm between a 4 and a 5. So I was really excited to watch the next episode, but for shows like this set in like a pristine setting with beautiful scenery, I just want a little murder in there,
Oh my God.
I just needed a little more drama. Some mystery.
Already died.
But maybe I will give it a 5 out of 5.
For enjoyment?
For enjoyment. So,
okay.
9
Why
out of
was
10.
quality 4 out of 5?
I think my only complaint is that Druan's job stuff was a little bit confusing and wasn't thought out very well, but that's a very small complaint. Should I give it a 5 out of 5?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Well,
I was going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Okay, I'll give it a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
All right. 10 out of 10.
Great. Yeah, I would say quality 5 out of 5. I feel like the show gave me ASMR. Like, I really enjoyed the way that, like, the lighting, the scenery, the fashion, the aesthetic. I loved all of that. Apparently this genre of TV, by the way, is called wealth porn.
I'm so glad there's a word for it now.
Yes, and I saw that and I was like, oh, this is exactly what Shalini loves. She loves wealth porn TV.
So true. Give it to me. Give me all the wealth porn.
Yes. Yeah, so I really loved the vibes of it. And I also really loved the end credit animations, which I thought was really cute. And like the beginning placard thing.
Yeah.
Everything
you love a
was
time
so
card.
cute.
A good time card.
A well-crafted time card. My standards for time cards are so high. This is the new standard. So that's why 5 out of 5 for quality. And then for enjoyment, I would say 4 out of 5. I feel like if I could give decimal points for like a 4.5, I think I was not super craving to watch the next episode. Like I wasn't like, I have to know what happens next. But it was a good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I may watch it again if someone wanted me to. Yeah.
Wow.
So was that 9 out of 10? Yeah.
Yeah. So 9.5 out of 10. That's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show. Thank you so much for the rec. Questionably, Linda Way. That was great. Great show.
Yay.
Okay, now it's time for Binge in Progress, the part of the episode where we talk about things that we are watching outside of this show that we just covered. Shalini, would you like to go first?
Yes. The only thing that I have watched outside of the stuff for this podcast, is I started the first episode of Heroes, which I've never watched before. I never watched when it was airing, so we'll see if that turns into a show that I want to continue and binge. I don't know. Too early to tell, though.
Oh, okay. With Hayden Panettiere and...
Yeah, and Milo Ventimiglia, who plays Jess on Gilmore Girls, and Devi Vishwakumar's dad, the Indian guy, is in it. And this other girl that I recognize from that movie, Obsessed, not to be confused with Obsession, about like this white woman in an office who becomes obsessed with her black boss. Did you see that movie?
What?
Yeah. I don't know. Was a movie. It was like it was like a thriller, kind of like Disturbia-esque.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, no, I haven't heard of that one. I'll look it up though. Nice. I finally, well, not finished, but I am almost done with Off Campus.
Are you liking it?
I love Off Campus.
Yeah, I really liked it too.
I think out of all of the teeny bop romance stuff that we've covered and / had to watch for this show, I think Off Campus is by far the best one.
Oh, yay. So you understand the hype.
I understand the hype for sure.
Yeah.
I
really liked it too.
The soundtrack is awesome.
So good. So good.
I was finally able to listen to a G-Flip song who I only know because of Selling Sunset's Chriselle.
I didn't even realize there was a G-Flip song in the show.
Yeah, Bed on Fire. It was really good. I was like,
Oh.
nice. Go Chriselle. Thank you, Chriselle, and thank you, G-Flip, for blessing us with this song.
Love it.
Oh, and then one last thing that I've realized we forgot to say. If you liked The Ultimatum, what would you recommend? If you liked 5-Star Weekend, what would you recommend?
Okay, if you liked The Ultimatum, watch Love is Blind, another Nick and Vanessa Lachey self-proclaimed social experiment. If you liked 5-Star Weekend, I feel like we've done a lot of similar shows to this, so let me just go through our repertoire.
I think Sirens comes to mind.
Oh, that's
wealth
a good
porn.
one.
If you liked the wealth porn of 5-Star Weekend, boy, do we have some recommendations for you.
We sure do. Oh, maybe With Love Megan for a little like trad wifey
food influencer.
Yeah. Also Apple Cider Vinegar, which is kind of a different take on the food influencer thing.
I would not have gone there, but I see it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Sirens.
4 Seasons, if you liked the idea of dead husbands.
I love the idea of dead husbands. The Summer I Turned Pretty for some East Coast summer vibes.
If you loved The Teenage Athlete and you wanted to see more of Posey, you can watch Forever on Netflix.
Let's see.
Actually, was Posey teenage? Maybe she was like a...
I think she's a professional athlete.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
If you love idyllic East Coast settings, watch Gilmore Girls. Would you call The Girlfriend wealth porn?
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of shows have wealth porn recently, and I don't know if that just means that the income inequalty is widening or what.
Recession indicator.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Okay, cool. I feel good about that.
Yeah. If you liked Raja Betas, watch The Girlfriend.
This show didn't even have Raja Betas.
Jump in.
Oh yeah.
Great. Thanks for listening to one of your top 25 podcasts.
And make sure we stay there. See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for yapping with us. If you loved this episode, have some hot takes we missed, or if you've got a show you're dying for us to binge next, follow us on socials. We're at Binge Yap Repeat.
Until next time, happy binging!